Podcast. Today we have Logan and Jake from Burris Optics. How you guys doing?
Good.
Good.
We are at the ATA Show 2020. We're off in a room, the press room, because we're not important enough to get into the room today. We'll be in there tomorrow, and we'll swing by and take some videos of what you guys got. But how about you tell us what's going on for 2020 and how the show's looking for you?
Yeah, so first of many, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so, I mean, the big thing obviously this year is the Oracle. We launched that last year. And
Yep.
I mean, we can have Jake talk about that a little bit, but it's good. It's good, and then this rolls up into SHOT Show, and then after SHOT Show, you start the downhill spiral that is the show season. And
we haven't gone to SHOT Show, and I think it's probably something we should do.
yeah, I mean, you can, it's one of those things that you can do.
You got to have some discipline, though.
Do it once to say you did it. And I always say you can replace the O with an I, and you pretty much got it spot on.
Yeah.
That's a good one. That nails it.
Yeah. But yeah, and then, going to NRA and all the other ones. And
Okay.
try to stay healthy and
Yeah.
kissing hands and shaking babies all day. You tend to get some germs,
Yeah, I took a bunch of emergency before I came, but I think that's more for the beer that I'm going to drink tonight.
Yeah.
But, so yeah, tell us a little bit about the Oracle and how that came about. And
Yeah, it's been a project, or speaking as an engineer, I call them projects. So it's a product we've been working on for many years, and finally released it last year after a bunch of testing and design concepts that we've worked on, and it's been a good success for us. The idea behind it is it's a laser rangefinder bow sight. The laser rangefinder is built into the sight. It gives you your range. It gives you a ballistic solution for your shot. We have a band of LEDs, a vertical band on the sight. You sight in your 20-yard pin, and then you sight in 10 yards past that, and then another 10 yards past that. Those 3 points give you your curve for your setup, so you don't have to worry about your speed, different drags and different broadheads and things like that. You basically set the sight up to what you are shooting exactly, and after you run through that training process, you range the target, whatever you're shooting, and it gives you a single LED pin that you put on the target and shoot.
now, all that sounds pretty confusing, but in reality, it's not at all.
Yeah.
No.
Somebody as dumb as me set that up in about 20 minutes.
I just say you had some pretty good luck with it this year, huh?
And so I got an 8-point this year. I mean, we've been cursed at our lease for, a couple years, with misses and. He is the curse, I think.
So you broke the curse, is that what you're saying?
Yeah, so I had an 8-point come out, and he turned around. He went behind the tree on me, so I was at full draw the whole time.
Oh,
but
yeah.
He popped out probably about 27, 30 yards and just hit the button right on there. Mm-hmm. It's nice you don't have to think. And then you can film. Of course, I didn't have my camera that night.
Yeah.
Everything, that it's going to happen like that with me, of course. That's just my luck. But it was so easy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? If you're filming, if you're self-filming, how easy is that? Because otherwise you're holding your bow, you're trying. I'm using my fingers. I'm doing the rangefinder finger thing, but
no more of
to
that.
have all of that in one.
You don't have to range. You don't have to adjust your slider. Whatever sight you have, but you don't have to pin gap.
No, but the biggest thing is there's like 2 fail safes on this, right?
Yep.
That green pin's always there. You know where your 20 is.
Mm-hmm.
Most bow hunters don't have over a 30, 40 yard shot. So you can, if all else fails, that's always there.
Mm-hmm.
And then a couple times and all the lights pop up.
Yeah, you can get your whole tree, your 20, 30, 40, 50.
I mean,
if you can't get a range, you still have that.
Yeah.
And,
It's perfect.
Backups on backups, right?
Yeah. That's what I'm looking for.
Yeah, that's It's good stuff, especially for the self-filmers. Like you said, I run like one camera on a tree arm, one camera behind me,
Yep.
and a camera on my head. So between pushing buttons and zooming, and man, you already have enough to deal with. It's just good to, especially once you learn to trust it.
Yeah.
Right? Once you shoot with it a little bit and learn to trust it, and it's so nice just to be able to put that dot on where it needs to go and focus on making that clean release and that shot, and just watching the old mystical arrow fly,
Yeah, and once you have that laser on right, I mean, it every once in a while, if I'm target shooting, it'll be off a little bit, but you can tell, and it'll be right back. If you got to push the button twice, oh well. You probably should push twice anyway, at least for me.
Habit.
Just to be sure.
Habit.
I turned it into a habit.
Yeah.
And it's never, more than a yard off, so it really helped this year. It really did. But not only that, the binos were phenomenal.
Yeah.
We haven't had a real good set of binos yet. And everybody that has them just loves it.
Yeah.
Showed them like 4 guys Tuesday night who were shooting outdoor 3D, and all 4 of them were just like, and one of them had a pretty big name, like competitor, and well, a huge name competitor, and he's just kind of like,
Yeah, man.
Yeah, Isaac just chimed in and said he was using his binos at, target practice and showed somebody else, and they were a little thrown off on the cost at least and how good they were.
Yeah.
They definitely punch above their weight class.
Yeah.
They're very quality pino for their price.
Yeah, we should definitely charge more money for those.
Yeah, we should.
When I was using them in the winter in a blind with a heater and they weren't fogging up, and that's number one.
Right.
So.
Yeah, binos is only good as you can see through it, right? So.
Yep. Can't say the same for the scope I had. I guess I need to update to an eliminator.
Yeah.
I think we can help you out.
Yeah, or something. Speaking of scopes and shows, man, we got some pretty cool stuff coming out this year at SHOT. I have a little bit of leeway to talk about it, so
Let's do it.
Let's do it. Yeah, we got a bunch of new stuff coming out, from a couple of things in the red dot category, prism sight category, then a couple of things in the rifle scope category. So I got to play with the prototypes a little bit earlier this year. Yeah.
Yeah, I need a new red dot for my AR.
Yeah.
So I'll be looking that way.
Yeah. No, they're good. So that's all I'm gonna say for now. But keep your eyes open for SHOT Show. We'll go full out on it. You might even be able to stop by the booth tomorrow. We'll give you a little sneak peek. Yeah.
Sounds good to me.
Yeah.
So have you seen anything crazy and new in there that's kind of catching your eye at all?
Man, to tell you the truth,
Just-
I get just pinned down to that booth, and I can't. I don't get to go anywhere. But I always look forward to trying out the new bows from all the new companies, because it's cool to see they may be minor improvements or tweaks, but little stuff adds up.
Right before here, I just did my run and shot all the bows.
Did you?
Yeah.
What'd you like?
The PSE shot really well.
Nice.
The Matthews.
Yeah.
Did you shoot the new Matthews?
Yeah, the new was it VXR?
Yeah.
Yeah, that shot real nice.
Cool.
Matthews usually does, but
He's a Wisconsin boy, so he's
yeah.
a little bit of favoritism there.
What APA is a very interesting bow. Have you ever seen that?
Yeah.
Yeah, they got a lot of cool features on there, but
tool gadget.
yeah,
Yeah,
the
we got
bow
to swing
press.
by tomorrow and talk to them. We usually get. I don't think we got a bow last year for test lab, so we'll talk to them. But yeah, I mean
have
they're
the-
pretty pricey, but they're Canadian companies.
They have the Cobra, which is I think they claim it's 374 or something like that.
IBO?
I just shot it. It is fast. Yeah,
I always like, I want to shoot the new Matthews for sure.
yeah, it's a nice bow.
I like the Obsessions a lot. I feel like especially for the value, they shoot pretty
I
smooth.
think we just got one in, but we did the Cure video for from Elite.
Yeah.
Did you shoot that?
No.
Swing by.
Swing by.
This is my
That
favorite one so
face.
far. It's already sitting there. I got to set it up.
Cool.
So that's what I'm on with this year.
There's a lot of newer brands too that I want to check out. Like, we're right next to the Expedition booth,
Yeah.
and those guys, it seems like, I think their head designer actually came over from Obsession. So.
Yeah. Strother came over, so I can only imagine the improvements are coming.
Yeah, I
gonna
did get
be
to
nice.
sneak over there today, and I shot their little backcountry bow they have.
Yeah.
Super light, really small.
Mhm.
It shoots pretty good.
Yeah, when he came to Obsession and started that, you couldn't even talk. You didn't get in the booth.
Yeah.
It took us. We came by 10 times trying to talk to Dennis, and I mean, packed the whole time.
Yeah.
You know, just the speed and the different colors they had.
Oh yeah, the customization piece, you
Yeah.
know, from the string to the cam to the limb to the riser. I mean,
That was huge.
yeah. I haven't, like I said, I haven't walked around much, but one cool thing I saw was I think it was in a catalog. These guys, they have like this grass, and I forget what they call it, but it's super tall. It's like 12 feet tall, and it grows that big in a season. And what people are doing is they're planting it along their property lines as like fence almost.
Yeah.
So
Oh,
people can't
yep.
shoot into their property
What's
from
that,
the roads.
switchgrass? Is that what LaPratte uses?
I've got a field that's just been hammered this year. I mean, it's a cornfield that was in late in the season, snow when we cut it. We had corn everywhere. And my stepbrother, like every night, called. It was like there's people shining this field.
Yeah, see,
You
just to give them give them some privacy and
Yeah.
keep people from poaching on your property.
There's
I
a
mean,
big land management guy named Tony LaPratte. He's from Michigan, and that's what he uses. And he'll come to your property and set it up like that.
Cool.
In the different quadrants and hinge cut and all this stuff.
that stuff's a lot of fun, you know.
Crazy.
We don't get to do much of that out west, but
No, not out west.
we're both originally from Wisconsin, and out in the Midwest, it's
Yeah.
huge. I mean,
Oh,
where
yeah.
you guys are at too.
I know so many people now have done it. And, they'll at least go to his class.
You
But
guys usually hunt private or public? What do you do?
Out by us, it's pretty much all public.
Out in Colorado, yeah, it's
Yeah.
public lands.
Yeah,
Yeah. Well, there's tons of it.
yeah,
it's everywhere.
it's like 90%
Yeah.
of the state, and it's good ground too. I
yeah.
mean, I have friends who have ranches and they hunt public.
That's
Because
crazy.
just depending on where the critters are, you know.
Oh,
I mean,
yeah.
if they're not on your private, there's no sense in being on your private. I mean,
No.
and they migrate, they move around, so you just gotta, try to stay with them.
Yep.
Yep.
By Greeley. Yeah.
You're close to like Estes.
Yeah,
Go over and play with binos and scopes and just see what it actually looks like.
yeah.
Good testing grounds.
Yeah. You ever want to see elk for sure? Just go to Estes. Pretty much any time of year, you know.
Is that the place? It's hard to get the license though.
Yeah.
You get a tag fit.
Yeah,
Oh,
you
really?
can't
Yeah.
can't hunt in the park. It's a
Oh,
national
okay.
park, but
They'll walk down.
oh, literally, they'll be in stores. Yeah.
We went in August this year, and my wife lived with me. And I've been hunting in Colorado for a few years, but she'd never even seen an elk.
Yeah.
That was our first stop out of Denver, straight to Estes, and first bull standing 10 yards from the road eating that guy's garden.
Mm-hmm.
And she's just like, "Why are you out here for 10 days at a time?"
She's like, it's so easy.
Yeah. It doesn't work like that.
Like, why don't you just offer it the Snickers out of your hand and then?
Oh man.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wish it was that easy.
Yeah.
But no, Isaac was telling me about a new was it Spy Point or something like that. You can turn any trail camera into a cell cam.
Really? That's intriguing.
I gotta look at that.
Yeah.
And it makes it into a wireless trail cam.
Oh.
How it plugs in, I mean, some of them might not. Like, I've got a couple of really cheap ones. I don't know if they
Yeah.
I think they have any sort of plug-in, but
Yeah. We'll be walking by there tomorrow.
I was like checking out the new. It seems like arrows are advancing. Like they're always playing with them, you know.
Yeah.
VAP came out with a new carbon stainless weave that's
Huh.
supposed to
Yeah.
have like very little drag, and
Mm.
it's kind of the new arrow out this year for them.
Also the broadheads, you know.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Because it's always like that's an area where it's always changing.
It's like there's 6 blades and then it blows up inside.
It's a grenade.
Oh, that's yeah.
Only legal in Texas.
Yeah, only legal in Texas.
I shot a couple of those in the trees and they did some damage.
Oh man.
Oh, you found some?
Yeah, cedar had some.
Do you know of anybody who's like 3D printing them at all? I'm sure there's got to be a couple that are doing it.
Yeah,
Because you think they would be.
right,
Yeah.
right. Yeah,
I mean,
the technically it's coming. You can 3D print a gun.
that's what I'm saying. Like, there's got to be someone doing it. And what would be cool is if you had a 3D printer and you could just like get the program and print your own broadheads. I mean,
We'll have to look
problem
into that. How
solved.
much are those?
Problem solved.
I mean, with a little bit of time on CAD on that computer, I could probably do about any one of them.
Yeah.
See how it really plays out.
Talking to the CAD master over here, man. You should see this guy in SolidWorks. It's crazy.
And what was it? Cold steel that has those kind of
The polymer ones, yeah.
polymer ones. Yeah. Basically disposable.
Mm.
Broadheads are.
It's like $11 for 10 of them.
Yeah.
Wow. See, that's what I need.
And the
'cause-
edge is plastic. Or
so,
they're-
like, the ones that,
they're sharper than hell.
you could explain it, but the ones, they looked like a tomahawk head, basically. So it wasn't like a 3-blade or anything like that, or mechanical or anything. But
Right.
they were sharp as crap, man.
Dang.
Yeah, I shot it through a big gallon jug and then into a block target. I mean, holes like that.
Jeez.
It kind of made him look like almost like a Nat Flint head type.
Yeah.
Wasn't that how it was like?
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's a tomahawk.
I think they do it for like small game and rabbits, but I'd sure go with it.
I agreed with you.
Have you guys jumped on the Iron Will bandwagon at all yet?
I have.
I knew you would.
What's that?
It's broadhead.
Oh,
Yeah, they're out of Colorado. I think it is the best broadhead out there, but it's just expensive.
$30 a broadhead.
oh,
I think.
okay. I've heard of them. I haven't touched them yet. Yeah,
Yeah,
it's like
per-
120 a pack or something.
They're so legit. Like, so one thing we do out in Colorado, we bow hunt geese, and like you'd think, well, number one, you just gotta shoot something big, right?
Yeah.
And you'd think like, hey, use a crappy broadhead to shoot geese because you're gonna shoot a lot. You're gonna bury a lot of arrows into the dirt. Now all my buddies I goose hunt with shoot the iron wills, because it doesn't matter how many geese you shoot. Yeah,
Still
they
razor
shoot
sharp.
60 geese with the same broadhead, sharpen it, and then take it and shoot an elk with it. Crazy. But I mean,
Then that gets into where it's worth it, right?
Well, I tried it years ago, though. It wasn't an iron will, obviously. It was a cheap broadhead because I went the route that you said, and I actually watched like a $30 setup fly off into the sky. I mean, it was it, but I mean, that dude went 1,000 yards, and luckily I could see the knock, and it was. I didn't see it during the day, but then as we were packing up and I was driving out of the field, I saw it. And I was just like, oh.
thank you.
That was a little disappointing. There's a video of it, actually. You just see it. And we're all just looking at each other like, wow.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Yeah, they can get expensive, man. You start shooting like, I shoot the micro diameter FMJs from Easton, and then you put the broadhead on that thing, and you're like, every time you squeeze that release, you're like,
Total archery challenge. You're like,
yeah.
oh man, I didn't hear that hit foam. Oh man.
The Total Archery Challenge wrecked my bankroll this year.
Yeah, I wonder how much are a dozen of those new ones, the new
I don't
stainless
know.
steel.
I didn't look at pricing, but
That's a good question.
Good God.
yeah, they'll be expensive.
Yeah, the tack was, oh man. I flew in with so many arrows and I left with like none. And like you said, every time you hear something and it doesn't sound like foam, it's like, oh.
Yeah, you cringe a little bit.
Everybody's like that. I mean, some of the best that are, they're still going out with a quiver full, and they're like, we're going to see if we can.
There are buckets of broken arrows.
Buckets. Literally.
Everywhere.
Literally buckets. And sometimes you hit the target, but there's like a head in there. Sometimes, I mean, the centers get shot out so bad. You just, especially like shooting a micro diameter FMJ, the thing just flies through there and then just explodes on a rock. And you're like, sweet, 12 ring. I don't know.
They were running their full elk setup. I mean, it was later in the year anyways.
That's what I did.
I did, yeah.
600 grain arrows and just
Yep.
smacking that target.
Same, yeah. People are like, why aren't you shooting a target arrow? It's like, man, I wish I would have thought of that.
Yeah.
But I just bring my hunting setup. Like,
Yeah.
This year I will probably
Yeah.
use the AS2 option on the Oracle site
Yeah.
and shoot a lightweight arrow.
Yeah.
Because then you could shoot out to 110 and get a pin for 110 yards or something like that.
Absolutely.
Because last year there was I think it was a Doll sheep at 107 yards
Yeah.
on the other side of this little drainage, and the backdrop was a like a boulder field.
Yeah, just straight rocks.
So you
Of
shoot,
course.
everyone's sitting there, you shoot, you just sit there, wait, and either you hear a whack and everyone cheers, or you hear foam and everyone cheers.
What was have you guys shot a tack at all? Okay. My favorite station, because there's always that one memorable one that just like is the arrow claimer. And I did the one up in Pennsylvania this year, and it was like a gopher. So it was this little like prairie dog target, and it was at like 87 yards. And behind it was just an abyss. It just dropped off. But there's all these trees, and like everybody shoots at it, because you're not gonna not shoot at every target, even though you're 100% certain you're not gonna hit the thing. And you're like, who put this target at 87 yards? And it's all dark, and you can't even see the thing. You just fling an arrow. You walk down there out of the off chance you might hit it, and like you look. First of all, the target's never been touched. there's no holes in the thing. And then you look behind the target, and there's just arrows sticking in every tree, like where the ground drops away, and the trees are just covered in arrows.
Oh my gosh.
Like,
Yeah, we got to do that. It sounds like a lot of fun.
Oh, it's fun. It's
They
great
do one in
practice.
Michigan.
Yeah, they have one in Michigan up in the.
that one's new too, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Is that Boyne?
Yeah, Boyne Mountain.
Yeah.
I think we're gonna actually hit that one this year. So if you guys go,
That's on the plan.
we'll have to go shoot a round together.
sure.
For sure.
They had did they have the Sasquatch Target?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
They put it at like 134.
134.
It was
I think ours
bomb.
was 110 again or something like that.
At least it's a normal sized target.
Yeah.
Like it's huge. It's not a freaking gopher sitting at 80 yards. That was so stupid. Yeah, it was pointless.
That's awesome.
Donation.
Oh, it was so rainy and foggy when we were there too. You couldn't even see anything.
Mm-hmm.
It was miserable. But actually, the Oracle worked really well. It was people were not getting ranges with their handhelds, and we were getting ranges with our Oracle.
Oh, that's
so
good.
we just shot first every time, and range shoot. And we're like, all right, it's 67, and then everybody else would go up and like dial their sliders. It was funny.
You just told them the wrong distance. Yeah, it's about 40.
You could lie about it, but it also shows the distance on the site,
Oh,
so they
true.
could easily
Yeah,
call
I
you
guess.
out. And
I
be like,
guess.
what do you mean it's 87? Your site just said it was 76. Yeah. Yeah.
So, what other any other new products? I didn't get the red dot, the Oracle, which is awesome. That came out. Well, that was last year.
Last year, yep.
That came out.
Yep.
Anything on the horizon for the Oracle? Changing anything up on that, or?
Not that we really know of yet. I mean, these guys, when they developed it, man, they really, they put the time in on it. So,
Yeah, that's what we've seen. Right? I mean, it's like you have every option.
Mm-hmm.
And there's nothing that it's missing.
right. Yeah, they thought of everything, man. Kudos to the engineering guys. And, I mean, the one thing that is changing this year about the Oracle is the price point dropped a little bit on it.
Mm-hmm.
So it went from, I think it was $599 map to like $549 now.
Yeah.
So,
Well, and you think about that price point. Some of the competitors
Right.
that came out originally with that stuff, it was priced out of. You couldn't afford it.
right.
Mhm.
It's more
And
than
then,
the
then
bow.
when you got it,
Yeah.
it didn't work.
Yeah, right.
So it's yeah.
Or you have to pay money to update software or something
Yeah.
ridiculous.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yep, it's good.
Yeah, man, it's good stuff. Definitely, the SHOT Show launch is going to be awesome
Yeah.
because there's a lot coming. I think we have like 8 or 10 new products.
Yeah, we got a lot of new scopes coming.
It's big, yeah. So I'm excited. I got to play, like I said, with some of the prototypes and took one on a mule deer hunt this year, and it's cool. Without giving too much away, one of them's got a 6.5 specific reticle.
Okay,
So
that's pretty cool.
yeah. So you get your BDC holdover specific for a certain cartridge, and the 6.5 got so popular, we were like,
That's cool.
we need to do something with
Yeah,
that.
yeah,
So.
you can hit some stuff with that for sure. You need to get one of those. You gotta
What are you
check this
talking-
out.
Oh, I do. I know. No problem. Here's my card. If you got any. Don't worry that it says BowHunterPlanet on it.
Uh,
But yeah, well, I'm glad you guys came and we finally got to get together. We've been sitting here forever trying to figure out Dave's schedule or lack thereof.
yeah.
So I'm glad it worked out.
Yeah.
We gotta swing by, check out some of your
Oh,
stuff
for sure.
tomorrow.
Yep. Yeah.
Get in there and have you do a walkthrough, get some video done and
Cool.
things like that. So
Yeah.
Sounds
you guys,
great.
What are you guys up to tonight? What's your guys' plan?
Hopefully not having 6 too many beers again.
Yeah.
Rough day.
Last night was rough.
Snuck up on you.
That's our plan tonight. So.
You're getting up. You're getting up.
yeah. So we'll see you tomorrow at show close. Just as you're dragging, just baggy eyed. Yeah.
Yeah, he's done it before.
I've ditched this before. Yeah. There's one morning we're supposed to be early. There's I think Dave was doing like a speech or something like that.
Yeah.
I was supposed to videotape it. And he's trying to wake me up. And I'm just
I'm not doing it. Film yourself.
And I had just got in like 3 hours before that because we stayed out later because he went back early to be prepared. So I had
How'd
to
that
come
work?
in, I was just like, it was the worst.
That's it.
Oh man, but we might go to that Craig Morgan or somebody's playing
Yeah,
tonight.
I
So
saw
The happy hour.
yeah, I think the expedition guys brought him in or
Yeah.
something. So Might go do that, but other than that, try to stay in decent shape, because today was kind of slow at the booth.
Yeah.
Because it's basically, it was just like a dealer
Yeah.
day, right?
Right.
Which was nice, because it's a little change of pace.
Yeah.
But then the rest of the show is going to be, yeah, it'll be busy. You'll lose your voice every day.
Yeah.
Coffee with honey in the morning helps.
Yeah, we'll try to get in early while you still got your voice.
Yeah. You'll get there, and I'll just be doing sign language. Like,
I'm a 2 asprin and a Slurpee kind of guy.
Yeah. You've already seen it.
aspirin Slurpees. Just put it in there with the grinder.
Perfect. So, but cool. Awesome.
Yeah,
Yeah, well, thanks, guys, for joining us.
Thank
and,
you.
absolutely.
Thanks again for listening to the BowHunterPlanet podcast, and we'll catch you next time.